and fans, we request your cooperation in supporting all varsity student athletes and competition officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at student athletes, officials, team reps, or other fans will not be tolerated on campus and are grounds for removal. Please respect the competition. Starting lineups and puck drop coming up in just over 2 minutes time. Beg your pardon, 7 minutes time.
Count me out, I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit, the game is off balance, I'm back on my shit. The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it, you all on my feet.
Well, the U Alberta Pandas prepared to try to get their 15th championship here in the Canada West Conference, and for the UBC Thunderbirds, they try to keep their season alive for one more game as the U Alberta Pandas won a big overtime thriller last night, a 1-0 victory against these UBC Thunderbirds, and now tonight they look to get the sweep. Raheem Kermali alongside Andrew Lipp for this one. It should be a great matchup here for this game 2, and UBC trying to just get one more game, force a game 3. Yeah, it was really a goaltending duel last night between these two goalies, and Grace Glover able to get the shutout. One goalie was going to get a shutout in going into overtime with a 0-0 score. Ended up being Grace Glover, who made 33 saves in that effort. Yeah, in the last round against Manitoba and the Bisons, it really was a case of the best players being the best players for UBC, and they're missing that element last night, which they will need if they want to extend their season. And we will throw it down for our national anthem. Before we get going, we would like to acknowledge that we're on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people here at UBC's Point Grey campus. Inside the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center, ahead of this one, the sticks are taped, skates are sharpened, and it all comes down to this for the T-Birds as they fight for their lives tonight against these U Alberta Pandas. The T-Birds had not lost a game 1 in a series dating back till 2022 when they lost to the Mount Royal Cougars in game 1, but came back and won the next 2. Speaking of the scoreboard, there is a bit of an issue with the scoreboard here, so we'll get a bit of a delay ahead of this one. Gives us a chance to talk starting goaltenders. We talked about it off the top with Grace Glover getting the shutout. She's back in between the pipes for the Alberta Pandas. And on the other side, the third busiest goaltender during the regular season in the Canada West, Elise Huggins, old reliable between the pipes for UBC. And the one thread between those two goalies, not a lot of goals against and a high save percentage, and that's why we saw a 1-0 game last night. Goals will come at a premium, and they'll be so valuable here in Game 2. And we're off here in Game 2 of the Canada West Final. The Pandas with the 1-game lead. In this one, as Lombak reverses for Keyser. Puck played to the point. Back in for Keyser. Kanisha Miswagen up the boards for Annalise Wong. Played ahead and back in for Miswagen. Pass on the near side to Wong. That one out of the reach of Grace Elliott. And not enough for icing as Melnick is back. Now stretch pass and a 2-on-1 shaping up for the Pandas. Down the right wing in Willen and just mishandles it. Puck bobbles on her at the last second when she was going for the shot. And a long shot there is handled by Huggins as she hangs on for a face-off. And the home ice playing an advantage there for UBC as they just bit of a slip up on the fresh ice and it takes away a chance.
Yeah, the fresh ice just getting to Willen there. Possibly just an overhandle on that 2-on-1. What a breakout pass there. I believe it was Anchor on the right side. Able to find Willen breaking out as Sierra LaPlante had a bad pinch on that left side, and Alberta able to have a good start here in the first period. We're a little bit slow getting off the horse in Game 1.
Tews will send the puck back in as Pepler works it out. Plays up to Bettenall. Tews chased there by Schaefer. Lombak ahead to Reich. Reich will poke it ahead. Bettenall circles in her own zone, picks up steam, tries a move, and Lombak reads it. Peyton Lombak will send the puck in. Morris to Mackenzie Kordick. She gains some space in her own zone. That backhand pass off the skate of Keyser. And King sends it back in as the Pandas are forced to tag up. Keyser skates onto the puck. Met there by Morris. Bassey leaves for Gaskell. Gaskell jumping up in the rush. Chips around Anchor. Melnick. Pass intercepted by Kordick. Mackenzie Kordick. To the top of the circle, passing far side. Gaskell winds and fires, and a blocker save on the first shot of the game for Grace Glover. You hear the buckets out here at the Doug. Home crowd into it as Bassey steps in with a shot and a stick save. As Glover will hang on for a face-off. 17-19 to go here in the first period. You're watching the Canada West Final on Canada West TV and CBC Sports.
And both coaches not changing their rosters at all. No substitutions, but a few lineup changes for Alberta. Natalie Keyser and Jaden Morden switching at the center position, and on the other side, Corrine Sandilands and Mackenzie McCallum switching between their lines. So a few tweaks to both lineups to try and match up against each other's lines a little bit better.
There's a turnover. Udall to the outside, and Baird takes her into the boards. UBC has been having a bit of trouble in their own zone to start this one. Meadow Carmen gains the red line and will send a long shot just wide of Glover. Thorpe takes down her check. Keyser makes a move. That puck is turned over for a moment. Elliott. Keeps the puck in, bounces off the boards, almost right back to Grace Elliott as she powered her way to the net. Keyser hounded by Fleming on the back check. Misswagen steps up, puck bounces off of Wong and onto the stick of Black. Now King looks for an outlet pass, takes it up herself, and chips it onto the UBC bench. So we'll get a whistle here with 16:06 to go in the first period.
And UBC able to have a good puck possession game yesterday, but failed to generate a ton of high percentage chances as they look to try and get that puck more in and around the Alberta net.
Anchor below her own goal line. Fleming skates onto the puck, tries a sharp angle drive, turned aside. Elliott corrals to the top of the circle, now to the high slot. Passes off to Morris. Morris steps in, shoots, then knocked down by the glove of Glover. Fleming cycles back for Wong. To the point, Morris fakes the shot, plays it in deep for Jacqueline Fleming. You hear the crowd getting into this one as they get behind their UBC T-Birds and hope that they can extend their season. Fleming is hounded by Anchor and taken down. And a hand pass will be called as the refs letting them play.
Yeah, only one power play for both teams yesterday. 2 penalties throughout the whole game. So these officials letting these two teams battle it out on the ice. A lot of tough puck battles, a lot of physicality. But need to stay disciplined because both these power plays can make you pay.
Udall steps into the UBC zone. Loose puck. Corralled by Betnall. Played to the boards. Cazell steps in for Haley Craig. Pepler chips up to Meadow Carmen. Mackenzie McCallum picks up the puck in her own zone. Betnall into the zone, and just a step offside is Cassandra Betnall. So the faceoff will come outside the Pandas zone.
And McCallum and Schaefer, just a little bit of miscommunication there as McCallum looked to kind of hand it off to Schaefer, and Betnall cutting across from the far side, just a step offside.
Misswagen sends a long shot in. King up ahead to Lombak. Sierra LaPlante at her own blue line, plays to Misswagen. One touch pass ahead to Shanrit Bassi down the right wing. Puck turned over. Shanrit Bassi trying to step out of the corner, ran into Sandilands. Lajoie gains the red line, sends the puck in. LaPlante rings it around the far side, gets past Morden and out to center ice. Misswagen forced back on the forecheck from Willen. Stretch pass ahead looking for Bassi. Shanreed Bassi trying to get a step down the right wing. Shoots, pad save, the rebound, Kordick, and a glove save as Glover able to adjust and take away the chance from Mackenzie Kordick.
Some rough stuff after the whistle there as Sandilands pushing over Morden as a great little stretch play there. Bassi able to get that puck in the neutral zone, and a juicy rebound off the right pad from Grace Glover as Mackenzie Kordick coming off the bench on the weak side. And a snazzy glove save there from the Pandas netminder.
Here's Baird behind the goal line. Works out of the corner to the high slot, tries a shot. That's turned aside as it was tracked through traffic by Glover. Brooklyn twos ahead, looking for Reich. She has to adjust as it was an off-speed pass. Sent right back in to the Pandas zone. Cazell. Icing waved off. Ashton Thorpe. Kept in by Black. Jalen Morris tries the near side. Wong fell, and the puck comes to Black. UBC hemmed in here. Here's a chance, Lajoie, and that shot is blocked by Jalen Morris, but a penalty coming up here. And it looks like Peyton Lomback will head to the box for some sort of contact on the near side boards. As we'll see the call here, it's a body checking penalty against Lomback, so UBC, their first advantage of the game.
And like we were saying, not many power plays yesterday, so UBC getting the first one early in this game 2. And they'll be looking to try and strike here, looking for their first goal of the series, and a power play that's clicking at 50%.
There's a shot from the boards, and Glover able to field it and hang on.
And possibly looking for Jalen Morris on that weak side. As this UBC power play had a couple opportunities yesterday, but weren't able to really generate a ton of great looks. As head coach Graham Thomas with his first unit out there.
Bassey wins it back to Wong. Over to Morris, back to Annalise Wong. In for Fleming. Steps out, passes down for Elliott, looking back door for Bassey. And just a bit ahead of her. Puck cycled through. Fleming trying to get to the middle of the ice, which is so tough against this Alberta team, as the puck is sent out to neutral ice.
Yeah, structured but aggressive penalty kill from the Pandas. Once they sniff a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of wobble on the puck, or a chance to create a turnover, they are all over it, and you saw it right there.
Jacqueline Fleming steps into the Pandas zone. 1:05 left in the minor to Lomback. Puck chipped ahead, and now a chance shorthanded, and Annalise Wong takes that away from Reich. .50 seconds now left in the Lomback penalty. Stretch pass ahead to Mackenzie Kordick as the second unit is out for UBC. Betnall into the zone, stops up on the near side. Playing to the point, Thorpe in for Kordick. Kordick back to the point to Thorpe. Thorpe far side, Sophia Gaskell fakes the shot to Ashton Thorpe at the top of the point, shoots the rebound, and it's put wide as Betnall had a chance in the slot. McCallum to Gaskell at the point, 20 seconds left in the penalty. Into the slot, Betnall, a shot, and that's stopped by Glover. She'll hang on for a face-off with 15 seconds left in the power play.
And a couple looks for Betnall in the slot, only able to get one shot off, as you see the second one here. Good little one-time opportunity. But Kazil all over that one, making sure Betnall doesn't get a good shot.
Gaskell one-timer blocked by Lajoie. Well read by the Pandas captain as she gets right out to Sophia Gaskell, takes that chance away. And that will do it here for the penalty to the Pandas. Lomback steps back out onto the ice. Lajoie all alone, so she'll send the puck in and go off on a change. Pepler leaves for McCallum. That pass into the feet of Schaefer. Mackenzie Kordick. Morden will turn the puck back. The OT hero of last night, Abby Soiko, plays it in. That's intercepted by Ashton Thorpe. Mia Baird can't settle the bouncing puck. Anchor to Melnick on the far side, and that puck eludes her as well. Mia Baird keeps the puck in. Melnick intercepts. Near side to Anchor. Out to neutral ice. Misswagen will play back for the UBC captain, Sierra LaPlante. The Fifth-year Misswagon waits for reinforcements ahead to Baird. Now Jacqueline Fleming. Chips looking for Grace Elliott, and it's turned back the other way. Here's Keyser. Keyser steps into the zone, and she's checked. Clouston. Keyser to the puck. Plays to the point. Shot from King is blocked. Fleming ahead to Grace Elliott. Elliott will send the puck in deep. That pass to King gets past her as Elliott causes the turnover. Passes to the near side point. Jalen Morris settles it. Plays it in for Annalise Wong. Sandilands. Board battle here as both teams unwilling to give an inch. Jalen Morris. Far side. Gaskell fakes the shot. Plays it in deep. Pandas come up with it. Puck kept in by Jalen Morris. UBC gets the offensive zone change. Gaskell over to Kordic. She shoots and just misses as she was looking blocker's side on a great look for Mackenzie Kordic. Another board battle here. Pandas do such a good job of keeping teams to the outside and the perimeter in their defensive zone. Morris sends the puck to the far side for Kordic. Played in for Sandilands. Sandilands trying to work out of the corner. Kordic corrals it. In deep. Bassey to Morris. That shot blocked. Gaskell to Bassey. One touch look looking for Sandilands, and she was tied up. Kordic to the top of the circle. Now to the point. Bobbles. Passes down for Bassey. Bassey comes back the other way. Passing to Morris. Morris steps into one. Tipped wide by Sandilands. UBC trying to get two offensive zone changes as they are taking away possession, and McCallum, a shot turned aside by Glover. The Panda defender tried to give it to her goaltender. It bounced off of Glover and right to McCallum, but Glover adjusts and makes the save.
Glover bailing her teammate out there as a scary moment for the Pandas, just trying to get a whistle. But Glover making that stop there. Oh my, that was a very close and dangerous opportunity.
Indeed, but it's plays like that that also make you question as UBC if you can beat this goaltender. Because even on a miscue like that, she's able to adjust and make the save.
And all the pressure now mounting up here for UBC as they continue to try and apply it, but just unable to crack Grace Glover so far.
Ashton Thorpe picks up speed to the outside, tries a sharp angle drive, turned away. Misswagon to Baird at the point, tries a slap shot. That's blocked as Udall gets in the lane. Baird to the point to Misswagon, point to point. LaPlante back to Misswagon. Misswagon steps in, shoots, stopped by Glover. And she'll hang on for a face-off.
And after a long stretch of back and forth play, neither team really able to get a great possession game going. And I believe it was Natalie Keyser just trying to get a whistle there. And you can almost see the panic as Glover doesn't cover that one up but makes the save. But then UBC, yeah, two offensive changes, going to work with the forecheck and the puck possession game on the outside, but just continuing to be unable to get into that slot area or just a good look at Grace Glover as a lot of shots from the outside still.
Lajoie into the UBC zone, tries a shot, stick save. Wong. Now Fleming. Jacqueline Fleming ahead to Annalise Wong. Down the right wing into the Panda zone, tries a pass for Fleming. She was tied up. Elliott plays it in for Fleming. Wong steps out of the corner, Cycles back. Fleming leaves for Grace Elliott. Elliott rings the puck around hard for Jalen Morris. She's able to adjust and keep it in. Anchor goes to Melnick. She bobbles it. Fleming in on the forecheck. Puck sent to the line, kept in by Sophia Gaskell. She winds and fires, stopped by Glover. The rebound, and it bounces just past the stick of Grace Elliott and stays out.
And a good screen in front there by Elliott. Don't think Glover saw that one all the way. Sophia Gaskell yesterday leading the team with 5 shots on goal already. Has let it fly a couple times from the point.
Bouncing puck here. Kordic plays it ahead. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first period. 3:50 in a scoreless first. Just 1 goal scored so far in this series, and it came in overtime yesterday off of the stick of Abby Soiko.
Yeah, lots of chances so far in this series, but goals are going to be much, much harder to come by. And today as well, definitely going to be a low-scoring affair. You got to think that possibly plays into the favor of the Pandas, who are so effective in those types of games.
Yeah, that's really what it felt like yesterday, and what the head coach of the Pandas, Howie Draper, said post-game as well. They're comfortable in those tight games, and we really saw it yesterday, whereas UBC is so used to lighting the lamp and scoring a lot of goals, so it's an adjustment they'll have to make.
Yeah, you saw it as the game went on. This Pandas team just gained confidence with their game plan and how they were playing these Thunderbirds and shutting them down all game long, and as well with Grace Glover making some great saves. You just saw by the third period, they started to control the pace.
Betnall onto the loose puck, tries a pass to the middle. Well defended. Lajoie plays to the boards. Cazell ahead to Lajoie. Lajoie onto the UBC bench. And we'll get a whistle here with 2:59 left in the first period on Canada West TV.
And the Pandas captain trying to chip that one in. Some great speed shown by Izzy Lajoie, but that one going into the UBC bench, and teams will change as the Pandas, the home team today, have the last change, and I'm sure head coach Howie Draper trying to match some of his lines against a couple of head coach Graham Thomas's.
Puck rolls in on Huggins, who will hang on as Morden was bearing down. Offensive zone faceoff for the Pandas here.
And an impressive couple seasons for Grace Glover, as over the past 2 seasons, 19 games played, and 10 of those have been shutouts. So almost a 50% rate of games played to shutouts for Grace Glover throughout her career. Extremely impressive. And UBC going to try and continue to figure out the puzzle that is this Alberta Pandas D and Grace Glover.
Here's Jalen Morris at the point. Willen powers the puck into the UBC zone. Reich is checked by Maya Healy. And the puck is played to the UBC blue line. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Shots 9-2 in favor of UBC. And a delayed offside there, so we'll get a whistle. Face-off coming outside the Pandas zone.
So far in this first period, UBC trying to get that puck in deep and get the forecheck going. Create some turnovers along the boards there and attack, but just have been unable to get to that middle area of the ice. And the Pandas trying to counterattack on the rush.
Cazell gains the line, sends the puck in. Lomback on the far side has her stick lifted. That shot attempt is fanned on by Twos. Played back in by Lajoie, has to tag up as her teammate was still in the zone. Meadow Carmen gains the red line, sends the puck in, but onto the Pandas bench. So with just over 90 seconds remaining in the first, we'll get a whistle here, face off outside the Panda zone.
And shots 9-2 for UBC in this first period so far. We saw it as well in yesterday's game. The Pandas only getting 2 shots in that first period. And a little discussion before the face-off there. Pandas wondering why it did not go all the way.
Puck turned over, McCallum just onside, taken down. Bettenall follows it up, shoots, and a glove save as Glover takes away another chance from this T-Birds team.
And you see the frustration on Bettenall there after the shot as McCallum just tripping up there, but Bettenall trailing her, able to find that one and try to maybe go short side on that one. It's Grace Glover once again making a good glove save, very quick glove on her.
Pandas will work it out and play it onto their bench as we get another whistle here.
Yeah, lots of chips along the far side there, getting into the bench, and that one unfortunately will head back into the Pandas zone for a defensive zone face-off, and head coach Graham Thomas is going to try and end this period strong with his top line, and Annalise Wong, Jacqueline Fleming, and Grace Elliott. They've been able to have great puck possession, but just I think the MO for this UBC team, get that puck to the middle.
Puck was turned over there. Lombak tried to get away. LaPlante able to recover into the last minute of play here in the first period. LaPlante skates it ahead herself. Plays into the zone. Anchor tries a stretch pass ahead. Keyser at the UBC blue line. Kept to the outside by Misswagen. Keyser gets it back. Tries a sharp angle drive. Off the side of the net. Misswagen gets to it. Misswagen lifts the puck ahead. Elliott gloves it down. Good looking play there to get out of the UBC zone. Morden picking up steam in her own zone. Now through the neutral zone into the UBC end. Passes off. Will and a shot. And a save from Huggins. 10 seconds remain here in the first period. Cazell up to Morden. One last shot here. And that is blocked. As these teams play to a very similar period than we saw yesterday, as UBC outshot the Pandas in the first period 13-2, but the game remains scoreless. Same story here, except the shots are 10-2 in favor of UBC.
Yeah, very similar first frame there from yesterday's game, and I think we came to expect that from these two teams in today's game as well, and now the shots changing 12-3 now, so a little bit of change there as a few stat corrections, but yeah, very similar there, extremely back and forth there for a few minutes. Neither team really able to control the game at all, and then UBC try to get their puck possession game going, get some good cycling on the high to low game, get some good point shots, but just nothing doing and nothing getting past Grace Glover so far.
Yeah, she's been sharp, and it almost seems like you can't beat her with a clean shot.
No.
I mean, the clean shots we've seen, she's just so confident and out to challenge on every play.
Yeah, you got to get more traffic in front of her. We've seen a couple screens in front of the net, but she's been able to see a lot of the UBC shots so far, so need to make it harder for her and need to make it harder for this Alberta D, as they've been shutting down this UBC team so far.
Well, Alberta so far in good shape, as they really don't have any pressure as they try to take this one home and sweep the UBC T-Birds here at home. 40 minutes remain in this one, at least in regulation time, as we'll be back in about 16 minutes for the second period of action here on Canada West TV.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty fired up to play U of A. We get pretty excited to play them, and especially for me, like, that's my hometown. That's like the team I grew up watching and stuff. So it's pretty fun to get to play against them. It's always fun games, and they're a great team. So.
It's interesting, though, you haven't seen a whole lot of them in the regular season in either of the last 2 years. But looking back at the meetings with them this year, what kind of team are you expecting to face here on Thursday night?
They're fast. They're very fast, and they're a very structured team. Their systems are very well executed. And so, yeah, there's always like lots of shots, lots of speed. They're very skilled. They move the puck quick, and they're opportunistic. So, got to be ready for everything.
Lots of shots. You didn't have a lot of shots this past weekend, so you might be in store to be a bit busier, but do you like it that way?
Yeah, definitely. It helps you get into the game more. It's kind of hard standing down there for like 10 minutes at a time, just trying to stay focused. So I definitely enjoy when I am more involved in the action.
You're used to playing in the Canada West final. You're used to having the pressure. This year, different from last year, but similar to the previous years where you've got your ticket booked to nationals as well. But how important is it to fight for that Canada West banner?
It's huge. It's huge. Yeah, we're not taking it for granted, and it's not going to be easy, and we know that. But yeah, we're defending a championship, so we're not going to come lightly either.
How would you say last week the approach was? Because even though coming off the bye, didn't look like it. It seemed to be kind of like an all business approach. What was the mentality in the room last weekend, and do you see that just carrying on here?
I mean, we had a job to get done. Like, Manitoba's, again, another great team, but we had a job to get done, and we knew that we had to be the team that we are and that we can be, and we had to follow our systems and execute things properly, or else, like, they could have come in and upset us, and, like, they're a great team. They had the ability to do that. But, yeah, we just had to stick to our system, stick to what we know, and not change from the game plan.
We've talked before about home ice, but what's so special about playing here in a Canada West final here at the Doug?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have our own room, nice to be able to sleep in your own bed, eat your own food. So nice to just have that routine. It's sometimes hard on the road, eating different food and staying in hotels. You sometimes don't have the best sleep. So it's fun to be here, and all our parents can come into town and all go be in the same place. So it's good. Special
honor for you this week, Elise, the Community Service Award. This is a really special honor, obviously, and I know you're really proud of it, but what does it mean to you to be named that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm honored. There's a lot of great candidates for this award, and yeah, I mean, it's very nice to be nominated for it, and yeah, I mean, I couldn't do any of it without superheroes and all the organizations that I've done stuff with, so yeah, I'm just really grateful.
You're involved in so many different things. You mentioned superheroes, but others as well. What is so important about giving back?
I don't know, I just kind of love it. I don't know, I love hanging out with the kids. I love doing things to get involved with the community, and I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. I like seeing people happy and having fun with people, so I don't know, yeah, I guess.
Now Bettenall looking for an option behind the goal. To the top of the circle, steps to the middle in the high slot. A shot, she hits the crossbar, and it bounces out of play. Cassandra Bettenall, what a move to the middle, and that close to making it 1-0. Good read, Annalise Wong into the zone, trying to cut to the middle. Loose puck, stopped by Glover as Grace Elliott gets in with a shot, and Glover able to track it and hang on for a faceoff. Getting that on their left foot. And here's a chance, stepping in, Soiko stopped by Huggins, and she'll hang on for a faceoff. Big save there for Elise Huggins. Fleming waved out of the faceoff dot. Wong loses the draw. Soiko stepping in off the point. Abby Soiko makes a move to the middle, shoots, she scores! Abby Soiko is the overtime hero as U Alberta takes game one.
And what an effort from the Alberta Pandas. Grace Glover with the shutout. Abby Soiko with the game winner. Zone draw. You got to think maybe Huggins should have played that puck. As Abby Soiko, a beautiful move dangling around Annalise Wong.
tough, don't get enough. I've been drowning in your, lost in the rush, faded, just stuck. I'll help you up. Don't care if you're too loud. Sexy, I want you now. Bet I can take you there. Whispering in your ear. What do you wanna feel? Let's just try the thrill. I'll take off like a wheel and give you the touch you're missing. Get up, get up. Hands on your waist, let's go. Get up, get up. Girl, you got the vibe, I'm up for the climb. Get up, get up. Hands on your waist, let's go. Get up, get up. Girl, you got the vibe, I'm up for the climb. Beautiful as you are, I wanna light up your dark. Baby, you don't believe in me. It's hard to know what you see in me. Don't be quick to say no. My chest is your pillow. Come out of the shadows. I know that you're fragile, yeah. Don't care if you're too loud. Sexy, I want you now. Bet I can take you there. Whispering in your ear. What do you wanna feel? Let's just try the thrill. I'll take off like a wheel and give you the touch you're missing. Get up, get up. Hands on your waist, let's go. Get up, get up. Girl, you got the vibe, I'm up for the climb. Get up, get up. Hands on your waist, let's go. Get up, get up. Girl, you got the vibe, I'm up for the climb. I like the way you take it there. I like the way you touch yourself. Don't hold back.
Back inside the dug after 20 minutes of play, we're scoreless as the UBC Thunderbirds look to try to force a Game 3 against the Pandas, who have a 1-0 series lead. And a lot of shots in that first period as we take a look back at some of those chances, Andrew.
Yeah, this one a great chance there from Shan Reed Bassi on the rush. Didn't see a ton of chances off the rush from either team as Mackenzie Kordick gets that rebound and Grace Glover makes a beautiful glove save. Saw UBC just struggle to find any real open looks in the middle of the ice there. Head coach Graham Thomas echoing that after yesterday's game, saying they'll have to have a good plan going into tomorrow, as that they just found it tough to get into the house. As you see, really one of the lone chances from that slot area, and Cass Betnall. But once again, this Alberta Pandas D just soaking up all that pressure. Grace Glover continuing to make great saves, keeping this UBC team to the outside, and still a 1-0 game. A bit of a scary chance there from the Natalie Keyser turnover. Mackenzie McCallum unable to put that one past Glover. And if you're UBC, you just continue to try and get shots on net, but cannot get frustrated as this game goes on.
You see Betnall there following it up as well, and yeah, you said it, it's just a team that you can't get frustrated. An offense like this is used to putting up goals, and the Pandas have been so good at just keeping them to the outside and limiting those chances.
And as well, the Pandas doing a good job of using their speed in the neutral zone, have been able to get some counterattacks, but nothing too dangerous that UBC has faced so far.
But that's what the Pandas excel at. They're a defensive team. They're comfortable being outchanced, as we saw yesterday. Comfortable in these 0-0 games, and then kind of a rope-a-dope strategy as they pounce in overtime.
Yeah, a 1-0, 2-1 game is exactly how they want to win these games. And the best defensive team in the Canada West, with 29 goals allowed in 28 games played in the regular season. Just so impressive as you see head coach Howie Draper there.
In his 23rd season behind the bench for these Pandas. He went to the PWHL last year to coach in New York, with the assistant coach Darren Belauchuk taking over and taking the team to the finals, where they lost to these same, well, largely the same core of this UBC Thunderbirds team. And now looking for redemption this year. Meadow Carmen up to Elliott. That pass way ahead of Annalise Wong as King is back. Just over a minute played here in the second period. Jalen Morris corrals it, sends it in deep. King up the boards looking for Udall. Bassey intercepts for a moment, and it's played out to neutral ice. Bassey gets to a loose puck, skates into the zone to the outside, looks for an option, takes a shot. The rebound is put wide. Sandilands following up the Bassey chance and just putting it wide as she was tied up. But that's exactly what you want, getting pucks to the net and traffic in front. Icing called here, faceoff coming back into the Pandas zone.
And an early chance here in the second for UBC as a line of Cordic, Bassey, and Sandilands get a look towards Grace Glover. And yeah, you mentioned just need to get more bodies in front of Grace Glover. She's been able to see too many of those UBC shots all the way. And as well, just have bodies around that net for a rebound or two. Get some second and third chances.
Twos up the near side for Soiko. Nifty pass for Reich. Reich will backhand a shot into the near side. Dump in, rather. LaPlante kept in by Melnick. Schaefer gets to it. That's intercepted. Keyser steps in, shoots, blocked by LaPlante. Now Vanessa Schaefer battles with Lombak. Lombak plays behind her own net for Anchor. That Anchor attempt knocked down by Healy and eventually sent out. Melnick. Over to Anchor. She'll wait for her teammates to get set up behind her net. Pepler sends to an open boards. Kicked ahead by Healy. Thorpe into the Pandas zone. Baird chasing it down. Anchor up the far side. Fresh off the bench. Fleming can't handle the puck. Now Keyser gains the red line, sends it in deep. Meadow Carmen. Hard stretch pass for Grace Elliott. She tips it, looking for Wong. Intercepted. Glover out to play it, just gets by her. Soiko checked. Fleming ahead to Gaskell. She steps into one and just misses on the glove side. Morris winding her way through, has her feet taken out. The Thunderbirds side thought that was a call, but won't get one. Elliott steps to the middle. Grace Elliott makes a move to her backhand. Drop pass to Bassey to the point. Morris a shot, stick save through traffic as Glover able to keep that out. And a penalty coming up here against the Pandas. So the UBC Thunderbirds with a big opportunity on the power play. It'll be Black heading to the box on a boarding call.
And possibly a makeup call for the missed trip there earlier. But as well, just Black going too hard into Fleming there. The officials have let these two teams play it out and play physical. But that one there deemed too much for the official, and the second power play for UBC in this game, 0 for 1 in the game, 0 for 2 in the series.
Cordic trying to settle the puck as she plays it back for Ashton Thorpe. Thorpe for Gaskell. That pass just out of the reach of Cordic. Gaskell On the near side, hash marks can't handle the puck, and Sandilands follows it up, but is forced out. Ashton Thorpe is back now. Right on her tail was Reich. It was a dangerous short-handed chance there for the Pandas, as Thorpe will take it herself. Brings it around the boards. Kordic keeps the puck in, just out of the reach of McCallum. And that puck sent all the way down the ice with a minute remaining in the power play for UBC.
Yeah, fantastic penalty killing by the Pandas, not letting UBC set up as well. A great job there by Izzy Lajoie and Allison Reich.
Bassey stepping to the middle, weaving in, drop pass. Wong has to adjust, keeps it in. Fleming taken into the boards by Cazell. Fleming battles with Cazell. Bassey trying to get to the loose puck. Elliott gets there, tries to pass out front, and fielded again by Glover as she hangs on for a face-off with 21 seconds left in the power play.
And a great board battle there between Cazell, Fleming, Udall, Bassey, twos all in that battle, and Elliott trying to find Morris, who was on the weak side back door there. Glover stopping that one, and 20 seconds now left in the power play.
Morris will step to the middle, passes back, Wong shoots, and that's knocked down. Anchor getting in the lane. Wong to Morris, back to Wong. Down low for Fleming. Pass to the near side point. Morris steps in, shoots, and just misses as we're back at even strength. Black is out of the box after serving 2 minutes for boarding. LaPlante sends a long shot in. No real good looks at the net for UBC on their power play. As probably the best chance coming right at the end of the power play with Jalen Morris just missing.
Yeah, had some possession, but this Pandas penalty kill doing a great job there.
Bouncing puck ahead. McCallum has Bettenall going to the net. There's the pass, and what a diving effort. Cazell taking that chance away on a 2-on-1 that turned into a 3-on-1. McCallum brings the puck around. Misswagen keeps it in. Morden plays it up ahead. Willen to Cazell. Bettenall gets the puck for UBC, now skates it into the Panda zone to the outside, and she's contacted there by Morden. Board battle here as Twos is tying up the puck. Battles with Healy. A rugby scrum in there, and we get a whistle. In a fast-paced second period, 11:48 to go in the second stanza. And still tough sledding in front of either side's net. Scoreless with the shots 14-3 in favor of UBC.
Yeah, things getting rough there in that puck battle as both teams fighting tooth and nail, looking for the first goal of this game. Great speed shown there by UBC, but just continuing to try and find a way to that net.
Healy just keeps the puck in. Baird trying to play it in for Thorpe. Baird forced back into her own zone. Mia Baird looking for Healy. Played ahead by Pepler. Thorpe has Sandilands going to the net. There's the pass, and a good effort from Anchor to get back and tie up Sandilands. Sandilands hounded by Reich. Gaskell, a shot blocked. Haley Craig able to get in the lane. Anchor to Craig. Mia Baird trying to get to the puck. Played up to Melnick. Now Gaskell pinches in. UBC getting a change. Puck bounces to the UBC side of center as there's a discarded stick right at center ice. Kordic makes a move. Pass just out of the reach of Sandilands. She'll chip it into the Panda zone. Sandilands rings the puck around the boards. Near side point. Gaskell winds and fires. Blocker save. Bassi gets to the loose puck. Passes to the point. Gaskell. Slap shot. Glove save. As Glover will hang on for a face-off. Kordic was heading to the net, but there was no traffic that had made it to the net yet.
Yeah, wide open lane there for Sophia Gaskell, but as well a wide open lane for Grace Glover to see that one all the way in. And a couple 2-on-1 chances here for UBC in the first half of this second period, but some great work there by Cazell and Anchor, able to stop those chances.
Soiko down the left wing with speed, tries a shot. LaPlante blocks it. Fleming to Wong. Leaves for Elliott. Elliott down the right wing. Met there by twos. Fleming to the point. Misswagon. One-timer. Tipped wide. Wong gets to the loose puck. What a tip there by Annalise Wong going to the net, but it just goes wide as it's sent out to center ice. Past the halfway point of this one. 9:25 to go here in the second period. Long shot by Misswagon is fielded and hung on to by Glover.
Yeah, we've seen a couple tips from UBC throughout this game. None have been able to hit the net, but your UBC need to continue to try and do that because it's been able to generate some chances. That line of Fleming, Elliott, and Wong continuing to put pressure on this Pandas team.
Here's Bettenall behind the Pandas net. Tries a pass out front. A toe save from Glover. Somehow that stayed out as it bounced right to the far side of the net, and Glover adjusts and makes a huge save.
And Bettenall has been creating so many chances for her team in this game as she tries to throw that one out in front. Off the foot of Reich and off the foot of Glover. That one ricocheting towards the Pandas net, but Grace Glover making another big-time save.
Puck played to the point for Carmen. Point to point. Pepler shot tipped wide. UBC starting to get some good looks at the net here in the latter half of the second period. Carmen plays the puck in for Bettenall, gets by her. Bettenall jars the puck free. And it just gets outside the zone as UBC will have to tag up, but an offside is called here as McCallum didn't realize the puck had escaped the zone.
And another great shift there from McCallum, Schaefer, and Bettenall. Kind of this new look line for head coach Graham Thomas has been showing some great speed these past couple of minutes. UBC starting to gain momentum, starting to get into their rhythm.
Icing waved off. Not sure why, as Healy plays it up the near side. Baird for Thorpe. Anchor below the goal line. Played out to neutral ice. Gaskell. Puck looks like it ended up in the equipment of an Alberta player, or on the UBC bench rather. Face-off will come on the Pandas side of center.
And the Pandas continuing to try and execute their defensive game plan, keeping this UBC team to the outside. As we've mentioned it, they're starting to get to the middle.
That long shot by Bassi is fielded and hung on to by Glover. offensive zone faceoff here for the T-Birds.
And number 29 has been busy these past few minutes as Bassey tries the smart play there, getting it in, trying to get it in deeper on net and forcing an offensive zone faceoff.
Misswagen off the draw, steps into one that's blocked. Abby Soiko down the right wing, makes a move around LaPlante. Keyser, Willen now to the far side. Twos to the slot. Soiko has her stick tied up. Misswagen passes ahead to Kordic. Just can't handle it. Twos will leave for Cazell. Now a chance for the Pandas. Willen trying to get away. At the end of her shift, will just send the puck in. LaPlante, hard pass ahead. Just outside the zone. King has to wait for Soiko to tag up. Misswagen leaves for LaPlante. Up the near side for Kordic. Played back for LaPlante. That pass out of the reach of Misswagen. Reich skates onto it. She's checked there by Sandelin's pass. Gets outside the zone as the defenders were changing. Misswagen pins the puck up against the boards. Another board battle. LaPlante comes up with it. Kordic looks for an option, trying to play it ahead for Bassey. Anchor was right with her as it's sent into the Pandas zone, and the UBC T-Birds will get a long-awaited change. Peyton Lomback picking up speed. Shot, pad, save. Huggins, the rebound. That's scooped up too. And Huggins will hang on for a face-off. It had been quite a while since Elise Huggins had fielded a shot and gets a couple there.
Yeah, Peyton Lomback had a couple great-looking shots yesterday. Gets that one on net, follows up her rebound, but Elise Huggins able to slide over and save that one. And we've now seen the second period long changes come into play here.
And here's a chance for Annalise Wong, trying to get a step down the right wing. Has Elliott going to the net. There's the shot. And a pad save, Glover. Fleming to the point. Pepler to Carmen. Back to Pepler. In for Fleming. Sharp angle drive, and not sure that Glover saw it, but she kept it out. Pepler pinches in on the far side. Wong in support. Takes a shot. Pad save through traffic. And that one lifted out. And that might be a penalty. It will be. Delay a game call coming up here against the Pandas. And the UBC T-Birds will get their third chance on the power play. They're 0 for 2 so far.
Yeah, Morden knowing right away as she tried to get that one off the glass and out, and just getting it under that puck a bit too much, scooping that one over the net. And the third power play for UBC. As both these teams trading some good shifts, trading some momentum in this second half of the second period. Now UBC, their third power play opportunity of the game, are 0 for 2 so far, as this Pandas penalty kill has been pretty perfect so far.
Big opportunity for UBC here on the power play after the layup game penalty. Gaskell plays in for McCallum to Thorpe. For Kordic, top of the far side circle, shoots, and that's blocked. McCallum. Anchor gets to it, can't corral it. King takes her time and will send it down the ice, and now a foot race as Reich in on the forecheck shorthanded. Kordic had played that away as her teammate Gaskell was in support, and it's turned back over. A minute 12 to go in the Morden Minor. Glover will hang on for a face-off as UBC will get the offensive zone draw and send out their first unit with 1:02 remaining in the penalty.
Thought Glover might have tried to play that one to her teammate who is right behind her to try and get a clear and kill some more time off, but opting for the safe option.
Annalise Wong steps to the middle, passes to Morris. Down low for Bassi. She steps out, shoots. Glover makes the save and hangs on for a whistle. Bassi trying to catch Glover off guard, but Glover was right with her.
Yeah, trying to surprise Glover there, as we've seen. Haven't seen a ton of shots from that dot area from this UBC power play, as Bassi trying to maybe look off Glover over to that over to Fleming on that far side, and Bassi just probably not picking her spot as much as she'd like to.
Twos battles with Grace Elliott. Fleming to the point, Wong. Point to Morris. Down low for Bassi. She steps to the middle. That shot is off the stick of Reich and out of play as the Pandas defending the house once again.
Yeah, active sticks by the Panda penalty killers. Trying to cover up all those passing and shooting lanes as well, getting in those shooting lanes, having some block shots. Seen quite a few from this Alberta team so far in this series and in this game.
Fleming wins the draw back. Jalen Morris for Bassi. Back to Morris. To Wong. For Fleming. To the top of the circle. Down for Elliott. She tries to jam it home. Stop. Morris gets it in the slot and fans on the shot attempt, as the puck is corralled by Anchor and sent the length of the ice.
So far, probably the best looking chance for this UBC power play so far. Getting that puck down to Elliott, but just unable to connect on a chance.
Back at even strength as the Pandas have killed off the third UBC advantage of the game. Pandas have yet to get a power play themselves. Drop pass for Baird, fresh off the bench. She leaves for Healy, she shoots, stick save. As Healy was looking for the top shelf. LaPlante now corrals and shoots, that goes wide. Pandas the other way. Udall sends the puck in, but it will be offside. Or icing rather, as they deem that the Panda player was on her own side as center. So face-off coming back into the U Alberta end.
Yeah, I think just a step, unfortunately, as it was Udall. I was trying to get that puck in deep, and you see the Maya Healy chance here as she tried to go far side, and Grace Glover has been flashing the glove side a ton this game, getting a blocker save there.
There's a shot from McCallum that's blocked again, as you saw 4 Panda players right in the middle of the ice taking away that chance. Thorpe to the point to LaPlante. In for Ashton Thorpe. Morden. Ahead for Udall. Kanisha Misswagon is back, taken into the boards by Lajoie. LaPlante, watch closely there. Puck turned over. Keyser trying to get away, and she'll draw a penalty as she was taken down by Kanisha Misswagon. And here we go, a chance for the U Alberta Pandas on the power play with 2:17 to go in the second.
You can see Misswagon maybe a bit amused with that call, as it's been a very rough game, and Misswagon just throwing the hip check there, can't do that. And a 2-minute body checking penalty coming up, as the first power play for the Pandas in this game. Were 0 for 1 yesterday, and now they get their chance, a player up.
Pandas are 2 for 10 on the advantage in the playoffs. Morden gets it free. Now to the point, Anchor. Near side to Soiko. Willen gets into the fray. Soiko just keeps it in for a moment, and it's powered out to center by Mia Baird. 3 players trying to check Abby Soiko, and Willen dumps her check. And that'll draw a penalty. A cross-checking call, likely against Madison Willen, as she found her way into the sequence right at the end here.
Yeah, you see on that left side, Willen with the 2 hands on Jacqueline Fleming. Pretty clear cross-check there in the puck battle, and Madison Willen takes her team off of the power play, and some 4-on-4 now for a minute 15 with a minute 31 left in the second period.
Yeah, what a finish this promises to be to the second period of Game 2 of the Canada West Final. Jalen Morris walks the line, passes off to Gaskell. She plays it in deep for Grace Elliott. Brings it around to Mackenzie Kordick. Near side point, Gaskell fakes the shot, now takes it, and that goes wide. Some more open ice here for the players at 4-on-4. Puck sent to an open wing. Lajoie plays it ahead. Keyser trying to get a step, and it rolls to Elise Huggins, who will hang on for a face-off. Under a minute to go now in the second period, 58.7, and an offensive zone face-off coming up for the Pandas.
And Natalie Keyser, 3 goals in her 4 playoff games played this season, looking for her 4th, and what would be a big one, as try to use her speed through the neutral zone there and get around Jalen Morris. But some great defense by the Canada West Women's Hockey Defender of the Year.
Annalise Wong into the zone. Stops up, stick check there. Anchor gets it free. Worked out by Lajoie. Drop pass, Morden steps to the middle. Played in for Abby Soiko. Soiko below the goal line. Makes a move in the corner. She's checked there. Thorpe. Bentonall gets to the loose puck. Will skate it ahead. UBC with numbers. 3-on-2 here. Bentonall down the left wing. Tries to cut to the middle. Kept to the outside by Twos. LaPlante plays it in deep. Time ticking down. 3 seconds left as Misswagen sends one towards the net, and that just goes wide off of the skate of the Panda defender. And we've seen a couple of those kind of close bounces for UBC, but unable to convert. And the shots are 21-5 in favor of the T-Birds after 2 periods, but the score that matters, 0-0 through 40 minutes.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those weird ricochets, bounces, some good tips from UBC, as there's been a lot of pucks sent towards Grace Glover's way, as now they update the shots to 27 for UBC. A lot of pucks towards that Alberta net in that second period, but nothing doing once again for UBC, as we saw a few power plays as well in that second period. 1 for Alberta, 3, and a couple for UBC, but the goalie's the star of the show so far.
Yeah, a few good chances going either way, and if you're the UBC Thunderbirds, you have to be thinking about Grace Glover and the fact that you just have not been able to beat her yet.
Yeah, it's got to wear on the mind a little bit. Cannot get frustrated, though. Just need to keep on pushing, and you know, it's really only going to take 1 goal, you got to think, at this point. Seeing yesterday's effort between these 2 teams in the third period, it's going to be a very, very tight 20 minutes, so you got to think it's just going to take 1 goal here.
And that's what will probably be the decider, as yesterday it only took 1 goal for the victory for the U Alberta Pandas, as they lead up 1 game and look to sweep the UBC Thunderbirds. We'll be back in about 16 minutes right here on Canada West TV for the third period of action. Now Bettenall looking for an option behind the goal. To the top of the circle, steps to the middle in the high slot. A shot, she hits the crossbar, and it bounces out of play. Cassandra Bettenall, what a move to the middle, and that close to making it 1-0. Good read, Annalise Wong into the zone, trying to cut to the middle. Loose puck, stopped by Glover as Grace Elliott gets in with a shot, and Glover able to track it and hang on for a faceoff.
Getting that on their left foot.
And here's a chance, stepping in, Soiko stopped by Huygens, and she'll hang on for a faceoff. Big save there for Elise Huygens. Fleming waved out of the faceoff dot. Wong loses the draw. Soiko stepping in off the point. Abby Soiko makes a move to the middle, shoots, she scores! Abby Soiko is the overtime hero as U Alberta takes game 1.
And what an effort from the Alberta Pandas. Grace Glover with the shutout. Abby Soiko with the game winner. Zone draw. You got to think maybe Huygens should have played that puck. As Abby Soiko, a beautiful move dangling around Annalise Wong.
Makes the right reads, finding Weeks underneath, but a bit too tough to handle. And immediately goes on the defensive.
Harris. Hall. Shot clock about to expire. She has to put it up, and she puts it in. What a shot.
And now Coach Ormond opts in to call a timeout to talk things through with the squad.
Back out into the hands of Daly. UBC trying to get some positive momentum on this final play. Daly drives, hangs, and puts it in. And
a critical bucket by Daly heading into the halftime. Defensively, the Pandas doing such a phenomenal job.
Daly comes around the screen through contact plus the foul. Alberta sideline wanted double dribble right there on Martindale, but she finds Bergman wide open for the layup. Gets it to Weeks, and the UBC Thunderbirds will have the chance to win their first Canada West gold in 10 years as they defeat the Alberta Pandas with an incredible second half comeback.
that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I said that I am better now, better now. You only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. I did not believe that it would end, no. Everything came second to the best, so you're not even speaking to my friends, no. You know all my uncles and my aunts, no. 20 candles going out and open your eyes. We were looking forward to the rest of our lives. Used to keep my picture posted by your bedside. Now I see you dressing with the socks you don't like. And I'm rolling, 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 rolling with my brothers like it's Jonas, Jonas. Drinking Henny and I'm trying to forget, but I can't get it out of my head. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I said that I am better now, better now. You only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. I seen you with your other dude. He seemed like it was pretty cool. I was so broken over you. Life it goes on, what can you do? I just wonder what it's gonna change. Another foreign or a bigger change. Because no matter how my life has changed, I keep on looking back on better days. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I say that I am better now, better now. You only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. I promise, I swear to you I'll be okay. You're only the love of my life. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I say that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. too kind. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, make some noise. No pressure in hold, riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lurking at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hear me rap, it's like hearing G rap in his prime. I'm young H.O., rap's great today. Back to take over the globe, now break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Slow Express. Out the country, but the blueberry still connect. On the low, but y'all got a trip.
Fans, play will resume in just over 2 minutes time.
Back inside the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center ahead of the third period of action in Game 2 of the Canada West Final here on Canada West TV. And as the game of the week on CBC, we'll take a look back at the first 40 minutes, or the second period rather, as no goals but a lot of action.
Yeah, a lot of action, some special teams, some offense, some deflections, some tips. Some great saves from both these goalies. Some great puck battles. We've seen a ton of these. Some physicality as well. And see the confidence from Grace Glover. Really seeing the puck well, able to make some stops as UBC just continue to try and get that puck to the net. Try to get it past Grace Glover.
A long shot there, as you see, from Misswagen, and the T-Birds racking up 27 shots through 40 minutes of play to the Pandas 5. But it's the Pandas that are 20 minutes away from their potential 15th Canada West Championship. Of course, the T-Birds will have something to say about that and will hope to force the Game 3, which would go tomorrow.
Yeah, this Thunderbirds team facing adversity in this game too, as their backs are against the wall, facing elimination. Trying to force a Game 3, and yeah, really going to work in that second period, trying to push their offense, push the pace. But this Alberta Pandas defense is so structured, so organized, so strong, and this UBC team unable to break them so far, and a massive 20 minutes coming up between these two teams.
UBC will start with a short power play as Bassi steps into the zone to Morris, near side. Wong down low for Fleming. She steps out of the corner, passes off to Elliott. Now to the slot. Elliott shoots. She scores! Grace Elliott lights the lamp for UBC, and they're on the board in Game 2. Elliott strikes on the power play, her third goal of the playoffs.
And the Canada West Women's Hockey Player of the Year gets it started for UBC, their first of the series. And you had to think they had to capitalize on one of these power play chances. And Grace Elliott finally able to get it past Grace Glover. And Grace Glover's shutout streak in this series comes to an end just under 15 seconds into this third period. UBC take the lead on a massive goal from Grace Elliott as she circled the dots into that slot area and fired it past Grace Glover's low blocker.
T-Birds looking for more as Wong gains the line and sends the puck in. Now the T-Birds will get a change. Twos skates the puck ahead, gains the red line, sends it in deep. Pandas will change. Stretch pass for Kordic. Ahead for Bassi. Bassi tied up here along the boards as it's played back out to neutral ice and sent back in by Pepler. It had been quite a while since Grace Glover was last beat, as it was at 11:55 of Game 3 between the Pandas and Mount Royal Cougars. It was an Aaliyah Joma goal against Grace Glover. So she went 133 minutes and about 23 seconds of shutout hockey. Quite a streak there, and it was starting to feel like this T-Birds team was not going to be able to beat her in this series, but they solve her there on the power play, and a massive goal from Grace Elliott.
Yeah, absolutely massive. You could hear the eruption in the arena as well. You could almost hear the sigh of relief from that UBC bench as they finally get one past her. And you got to think that it's just going to maybe lift a little bit of weight off the UBC shoulders, and as well put some pressure on this Pandas offense, only getting 5 shots on goal so far in this game, and now we're going to need to try and generate something to tie this game up.
Soiko, nifty pass ahead for Morden. Morden kept to the outside, loose puck. Cleared away from the crease by Betnal as Willen was trying to corral it. Betnal picking up steam, goes end to end. Tries a backhand shot off the stick of the defender and over the net. Morris keeps it in, plays for Schaefer. Bouncing puck ends up under the glove of Grace Glover as she'll hang on for a face-off.
And you'll see the Grace Elliott goal here, a little cycle between her and Fleming, and some screens in front of Glover, beating that blocker side. As Grace Elliott getting her 3rd of the playoffs and scored 22 in the regular season.
Here's a chance, Reich in for Udall. Diving effort from Healy disrupts the play just enough, and Udall can't get a clean look. Misswagen lifts it to the point, kept in. Glove down by Melnick. And kicked out to neutral ice by Ashton Thorpe. Lajoie into the UBC zone. She's all alone as her teammates were changing. Sierra LaPlante kept in by Black on the near side. Fleming stick checked, turns the puck over. Pinching in is King. King to the point. Winding and firing with a shot is Keyser, and Huggins makes the save.
And a really hard slapper there from Keyser as the Pandas try and respond here after that Grace Elliott goal. And some traffic in front as Lombok tried to get in front of Huggins and screen the UBC netminder.
Stretch pass from Wong looking for Elliott. Icing waved off. Cazell leaves for 2s as she has to reverse. Abby Soiko. Checked by Fleming. Fleming keeps it in and sends the puck in deep. 2s will start the breakout for the Pandas. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the third period. 15:24 to go here in the third. Willen down the right wing, plays in for Soiko. Soiko trying to corral it. A good stick from Pepler. Keeps that off of the stick of Abby Soiko, who's been so dangerous for this Pandas team.
Yeah, and they're going to be looking to some of these big-time players to try and tie this game up.
Kordic will draw a penalty as she sends the puck in and is taken down by Reich. UBC will get their 4th advantage of the game. A holding penalty that Mackenzie Kordic draws by moving her feet and getting to the puck and sending it in, forcing the Panda defender into a tough spot, and Reich will head to the box for 2 or less.
And Allison Reich has been playing extremely hard in this series and has been taking it to some of these top T-Birds on the team and trying to edge out Mackenzie Kordic on the boards there just a little bit too much. As I mentioned, that Kordic kept moving her feet, kept using her speed, and another UBC power play as they look to extend their lead now.
Bassi shoots, and that's blocked, and that'll leave a mark as Cazell is slow to get to the bench. T-Birds struck just 16 seconds into this period on the power play as they look for another power play marker. Fleming sends the puck in. Wong pinches to keep it in. Now Annalise Wong to the far side. Jalen Morris. Wong gets it back cross seam. Bassi tries a shot, and Twos gets in the lane. Like Bassi might have been looking for Elliott in front there. Fleming held up as she tries to get to the puck. Another board battle, which will suit the Pandas PK. Fleming steps out of the corner into the slot, passes off. Wong with some space, down for Elliott, gets it back. Tries a shot, and that's blocked. 45 seconds to go in the advantage. Morris looking for an option. Passes down for Bassi. There's 2 Panda players without sticks. Loose puck at the side, and Fleming just can't get enough on it. As she had a gaping cage, but the puck came in hot, and she just couldn't get it towards the empty net.
And Anchor and Twos both without their sticks there, but able to clear that puck.
Yeah, almost a 5-on-2 for a moment. Reich is set to step out. LaPlante steps into a shot and a glove save. Grace Glover will hang on for a face-off. 12:48 remaining in the third. UBC leading 1-0.
And Grace Glover seeing that LaPlante point shot all the way. As a big kill there by Alberta. As UBC able to set up and get some looks, but unable to extend their lead now. Still 1-0 here in the third period.
Miss Wagon is back with Soiko on her tail. Soiko causes the turnover. Abby Soiko passing over, and Willen is stick checked. Melnick just gains the red line, trying to send it in. Bouncing puck ends up on the UBC bench. And we'll get a whistle here with 12:18 to go in the third period of Game 2 as UBC trying to force a Game 3 right now with the 1-0 lead.
And almost halfway through this third period now. Tensions rising as UBC with the 1-0 lead looking to close this game out. You got to feel they're going to want maybe one more to just feel a little bit more comfortable playing with this lead.
Baird takes down Herchek, and a delayed penalty here. Extra attacker out for the Pandas. Baird will get a tripping penalty. Keyser tries a shot, fans on the attempt, as she was right in the slot and had space. And Natalie Kieser, who's been so good for these Pandas in the playoffs, that close to tying this game up, but for now, the Pandas will settle for the power play.
And you see the great forecheck here from the Pandas, creating that turnover, and it'll be Mia Baird getting the 2-minute tripping penalty. Now it's the Pandas' turn to try and tie this game up on the power play, and UBC's the penalty kill of UBC looking to come up with a big kill of their own.
Anchor winds and fires, blocker save, Huygens, as that found its way through traffic with Jaden Morden right in Huygens' grill. Loose puck comes to Abby Soiko. She walks the line, steps in, watched closely by Annalise Wong. Soiko steps in, toe drag shot stopped by Huygens. A very similar looking shot to the OT winner that Soiko scored last night. This time, Huygens makes the save. Morden a shot right into the grill of Annalise Wong as she blocks it. It seems to be okay. Soiko trades places with Anchor. Top of the circle, takes a shot, bouncing puck. It's loose in the crease, and Huygens finds it and will hang on for a face-off with 1:01 left in the power play.
Yeah, bouncer towards Elise Huygens, and no Panda able to get a stick on it as Abby Soiko trying to find a look there. You see almost identical to her overtime winner last night on that left side, trying to pull back. A little toe drag release, change the angle there.
Huygens a little late getting the mask on as that was the delay in the face-off. Cazell to twos. Cazell a shot. That just goes wide with Lajoie looking for the tip. Twos. Now Cazell leaves for Haley Craig at the point. Twos into the slot. Cazell a shot. Another swipe. Two big saves from Elise Huygens. Twos. Far side. Cazell stepping to the middle with a shot is Kieser. And that looked like it was blocked in front with 15 seconds left here in the Baird penalty.
And it's been a good looking power play for Alberta, but unfortunately probably will not be able to get a power play marker and tie this game up.
Yeah, Baird out of the box, back at even strength. Melnick has to be careful as Baird was bearing down on her. Anchor sends the puck in. Sophia Gaskell. Puck tipped into the Pandas' end, negating icing. Anchor tries to get the puck around Elliott. Melnick ahead to Udall. Reagan Udall will send the puck in. Pandas change. Puck sent to the boards, kept in. King, near side Black, into the slot, just out of the reach of Reich, and cleared away as Kordick skates it out. Long shot from Kordick. McCallum on the near side. King ahead. Haley Craig below the goal line, tries to play it in for Reich. Shanreed Bassi looking for the stretch pass, kept in by Cazell. Abby Soiko with space, shoots off a leg and wide. Kept in again, this time Willen, and now sent out to center ice by McCallum. Twos in for Kieser. Right back in are the Pandas. Kieser cuts to the middle, and she falls. Willen to the point. Twos, wires one, stopped by Huygens. Somehow she finds that puck as there was traffic and Kieser was right in front of Elise Huygens. Tews gets it back. Near side, Anchor, top of the circle, shoots, blocked. Loose puck at the side, turning and firing, blocked by Bettenall. Anchor in the high slot, passes it down. Willen shoots off the bar, the back bar. Willen scores and ties this game up. What a shot! As Madison Willen has tied this game 1-1 with her third goal of the playoffs.
An absolute snipe from Madison Willen on the short side. We need another look at that one. As Anchor finds Willen on the short side.
I don't know about that one.
Very, very close.
No challenges in the Canada West or U Sports, but
my oh my, is this going to be a big call? As you saw the reaction from Willen there, she was very adamant that went and hit the back bar.
it looked like the post or the crossbar to me, but when
looked like the front bar,
the ref called it in, I went with her call, but I don't know if that went in.
Slow-mo here.
They've called it a goal. Ooh.
And definitely going to have some conversations here between the captains and the coaches. And I'm sure head coach Graham Thomas will have something to say about that one, as it was a fantastic shot from Madison Willen.
I was going to say, either way, a great shot.
Beat the right shoulder of Elise Huggins, but just the question is, did it hit that crossbar or the back bar? And it is a good goal. Madison Willen tying this game up with 7:47 to go in the game.
Unbelievable. What a sequence there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a crazy scene of events here as the Pandas veteran ties this game up. And you had to think it was going to be from one of those big three in that line of Keyser, Soiko, and Willen, tying this game up. And emotions now going to be running real high as time ticks down in this game.
Yeah, this is the one where you have to rein in your emotions here for the Thunderbirds as you try to get the lead once again. The goal goes in on the Pandas' 8th shot of the game. UBC approaching 30 with 29 shots so far.
And really just a really good response from the Pandas after that Grace Elliott goal.
Long shot from Pepler off the draw is fended off. Fleming out front. Meadow Carmen steps in with a shot, just misses. And it's sent out to neutral ice. Wong back for Pepler. Rink wide pass for Meadow Carmen. Under 7 minutes to go now in the third period. Morris ahead for Shanreed Bassey. Bassey steps in, shoots, glove save. As Bassey trying to pick her corner short side. And Glover says no. Puck lifted to center. Morris knocks it down. Reich is right on her tail. Morris ahead to Bassey. She corrals it, sends it in deep. Cazell chips it past Kordic. Keyser ahead to Abby Soiko, just out of her reach. And that will go for icing. And oh, if that pass was on, it was a 2-on-1 or a breakaway if Soiko could have got away.
Yeah, and Soiko, Willen, and Keyser are probably a little bit tired. I've been playing a lot of minutes in this third period, and just a bit off the mark there, as that would have sent Soiko and Willen to the races on a 2-on-1.
Anchor Skates it ahead, passes up to Willen. And just offside. Looked like Soiko on the far side.
Yeah, Soiko a little urgent on that one. But it's been great urgency after the goal from this Pandas team. Got their offensive game going. Really were pressuring the Thunderbirds on the forecheck, and finally pays off for the Pandas, tying this game up.
Lajoie, checked by Baird. Morden gets to it. Cazell on the far side to twos. Lomback chips it into the zone. Baird sends it out to neutralize. King at her own blue line. Plays back for Anchor. Stretch pass ahead. Out of the reach of Craig. Meadow Carmen backhands the puck in. Sent the other way and back out to neutralize as Pepler sends a long shot. Turned aside by Glover. 5:15 to go here in the third. Can UBC force a game 3? Or will Alberta clinch their conference leading 15th Canada West Championship? Keyser plays it ahead, follows it up herself. Jalen Morris back for UBC. Fleming follows it up. Jacqueline Fleming to the outside, picking up speed down the left wing, cuts to the middle. Annalise Wong trying to find it. Now jamming away are the T-Birds, a loose puck, and Glover finds it and hangs on for a face-off.
And a mad scrum in the Pandas crease there as Fleming on the rush. Maybe just trying to slide it over to Elliott there, and Annalise Wong trying to center it for Fleming, but unable to get that one past Glover. And this Pandas team fighting back from down 1. And head coach Howie Draper mentioned his team's adversity, the adversity his team has faced throughout this season, and the situations that they have seen very similar to these ones in this game.
Kordic, a pass out front. Sandilands can't get a stick on it as she was tied up with Lajoie. Sierra LaPlante behind her net sends a pass out of the reach of Kordic. Bouncing puck just outside the UBC bench. Anchor at her own blue line. Sends a long shot wide of the net. LaPlante up for Kordic, pinching in is King. Kordic will send it out to center ice, forcing the Pandas to tag up. LaPlante leaves for Sandilands. Up for Shanrique Bassi. Stretch pass for Kordic. Kordic trying to get a step around Cazell. Kordic cutting to the middle. Stopped by Glover as Kordic tried to corral it. Couldn't get a clean shot away, and Glover stayed with her.
Kordic using her speed around Cazell there, and Glover stayed with her.
Now Schaefer, sharp angle shot, pad save. McCallum below the goal line, passing out to Bettenall. Stepping in with a shot, Cassandra Bettenall, and she misses. And puck is jammed up against the boards as we get a break in the action. Under 3 minutes to go in the third period. 2:59, a 1-1 tie in Game 2 of the Canada West Final.
And really coming down to crunch time now, 2:59. Getting into next goal wins territory between these two teams.
Loose puck comes to Morris. Morris stepping in, looking for a lane. Now takes it, that's blocked. Willen trying to get away. Here's Soiko. Abby Soiko down the left wing, passes in for Willen, and she's tied up by Jalen Morris. Gaskell Passes it up ahead to Elliott. She leaves for Fleming. Jacqueline Fleming down the right wing. Stick check there by Tews and kept to the outside. Elliott pokes it free. Gets it to Gaskell. Sent back in for Fleming. Gets over her stick and to the far side. Wong plays in behind the net. Anchor up the near side. Chip to the point. Kept in by Kaylee Pepler. Long shot knocked down. Wong corrals it. Plays to the near side hash marks to Fleming. Kaylee Pepler. Over to Carmen, a shot. Hit her teammate Elliott. Grace Elliott. Pass intercepted by Anchor, and she'll send it off the glass and into the UBC zone as the Pandas change. Puck tipped in by Pepler. T-Birds now getting a change. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. 1:40. Here's a chance for Kordic. She steps in, shoots. Glover makes the save and hangs on for a face-off.
And Mackenzie Kordic with a really good look there to possibly win this game. Turns and fires, trying to go high. Blocker. But another big-time save by Grace Glover.
Sandilands gets the turnover out for Bassi. She fans on it. Now LaPlante steps into one and misses as Kordic is tied up with Cazell on the near side. Bassi gets to the puck, trying to make a move to the middle. Puck on the near side. Bassi pokes it to the point. Misswagen walks the line. Slap shot just misses. Approaching a minute remaining. 1:05 now left in the third. Will we go to overtime again? Or will this get decided in the late stages of the third? Kordic was taken down by Morden as they were tied up, and that forced the offside. So the faceoff will come outside the Panda zone.
Two fiery competitors there in Morden and Kordic. As 56.5 to go. Tie game. UBC season on the line. The Pandas looking for Canada West glory. Shots 35-8 for UBC as the Thunderbirds look to stave off elimination.
Carmen ahead for Wong. Twos for Craig. It's played out and into the UBC zone. Carmen elected to take the angle rather than go for the puck. Pepler pokes it free. Carmen plays it behind her net to Pepler. 30 seconds remain in the third. Stretch pass for Elliott. She stops it there, expecting Fleming to skate onto it. Fleming and Elliott with a bit of miscommunication. Soiko checked. Puck turned over. Anchor into the slot. Shoots. Just misses. What an opportunity there for the Pandas to end this series. Two's a shot blocked by Elliott. She gets it back, and Elliott will sweep it into the Panda zone as time will tick down in the third period. And for the second time in back-to-back nights, we will see overtime here in the Canada West Final.
Oh man, that Taylor Anchor opportunity. That was a close one there as in the final seconds. Number 4 tried to end it all, but now we will head to overtime once again. Last night, it was the Pandas and Abby Soiko that were able to pull it out and get the massive win as we see the Alberta Pandas game-tying goal from Madison Willen. Oh, and a bit of controversy in this game, possibly if the Pandas are to win this one, as no video review and possibly that one not fully crossing the line. But does not matter at this point as we have a 1-1 game heading into overtime. We'll have 10 minutes of overtime with no scrape of the ice, and if the game is not decided after those 10 minutes, then they will clean the ice, get the Zambonis out here, and then we'll go to 20-minute overtime periods. And yesterday, the Pandas needing just under 3 minutes to win the game yesterday.
And if the Pandas do earn the sweep tonight in overtime, you know the story is going to be that goal. And just, was it in? Definitely a bit of controversy in that third period, but the 2 lone goals of the game scored in the third. Grace Elliott, 16 seconds in, her third of the playoffs from Fleming and Wong on the power play. And then 12-13, Madison Willen able to snipe home her third goal of the playoffs, unassisted. And that's where we stand, a 1-1 tie heading to overtime for the second time here in Game 2. As Game 1, it was Abby Soiko getting the game winner.
And who will be the hero tonight? As I definitely believe that Taylor Anchor would get an assist on that Madison Willen goal as she fed Willen the puck on that one. But it is over. It is time for overtime. It is time to see who will take Game 2.
And correction, that was actually Willen's first goal of the playoffs. My mistake there, I had her noted down for 2. As we're off here in overtime. Fleming causes the turnover. Anchor fans on the clearing attempt. Willen gets there. For Keyser, kept in by Jalen Morris. Morris chips it in for Grace Elliott. Swept to the near side to Jacqueline Fleming. She's checked by Soiko. That pass intercepted by Morris and sent back into the Pandas zone. 10 minutes of overtime to start it out. If more is needed, it'll be 20-minute periods. Yesterday, it only took 2:40. Bassey back for LaPlante. Chipped into the zone by Grace Elliott at the end of her shift. Sandilands plays it deep. Met there by Cazell. Loose puck is in the feet of Bassey. She didn't realize it. Lombak will skate it ahead. Peyton Lombak down the left wing. Tries a shot. Bouncing puck. Just out of the reach of Lajoie. Pepler for Shanreet Bassey. Passes ahead. Kordick trying to get free, and she's kept to the outside by Twos. Jalen Morris to Gaskell. Stretch pass looking for Bettenall. Intercepted by Anchor. Anchor stick check by Mackenzie Kordick. Kordick trying to get away. Down the left wing. Long shot gloved and hung on to by Grace Glover.
Yeah, smart play there by Kordick on the rush. Just getting an offensive zone face-off on that left side. Trying to use her speed as she went one-on-one with Brooklyn Twos a couple times on that shift. Brooklyn Twos getting the better of the opportunities on that first one.
Elliott gets to the puck off the face-off, tries a shot, and that hit Cazell. Willen plays ahead to Keyser. Top line versus top line here in overtime. Keyser on the forecheck. Sierra LaPlante plays into the Panda zone, chases it herself. King chips ahead to Willen. Has Lajoie with her. Lajoie can't corral it as Pepler's back. LaPlante plays to an open wing. Morden, sharp angle shot, hits the side of the net. Fleming looks for an option, plays up the near side to Bettenall. Bettenall to the far side, Schaefer leaves there for Jacqueline Fleming, who sends a long clearing attempt in. Haley Craig. Back for Anchor. Under 7 minutes to go now in the first overtime period. Stretch pass knocked down by McCallum, and she sweeps it back into the Pandas zone. T-Birds change, almost mishandled there by Twos. She recovers. Anchor back for Twos. Chipped up the boards. Udall sent back by Kordick. Udall check. Kordick has to wait for Bassi and touch the puck in the zone, so we get an offside call.
And a lot of hockey been played on this ice, so it is a bit choppy out there. Tough to make some good consecutive plays. But both these teams hungry for that game-winning goal.
Cazell passes up, played into the zone. Jalen Morris sent down into the Pandas zone, and that will go for icing. Offensive zone faceoff here for the Pandas in overtime.
6:04 in the first overtime. And both these teams played a lot of minutes past couple days. Hopefully they're conditioning up to snuff.
Draw one. Abby Soiko steps to the middle, shoots, just misses. Looked like she had some space in the top shelf as Mackenzie Kordick sends the puck in. Kordick taken into the boards by King. Puck is frozen up against the boards here as both these teams try to work free, and there will be a whistle with 5:35 to go in overtime here on Canada West TV and as the game of the week on CBC Sports.
And truly a game of inches, this one. As time ticks down, both teams really do not want to make a mistake at this time in the game.
Fleming wins it back to Elliott. LaPlante, a shot knocked down by Twos. Played in for Jacqueline Fleming. She's pinned up against the boards by Anchor. So many board battles in this game as neither team willing to give an inch. Misswagen plays ahead to Wong. It's chipped out to neutral ice. Cazell skates it ahead. Misswagen back out to neutral ice. LaPlante behind her net. Stops up. Evades the check of Craig. Now plays to the boards to Schaefer. Vanessa Schaefer. Pass out of the reach of Wong. Anchor back for King. Stretch pass ahead, looking for Soiko, who might have had a step, but that will go the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Betnall ahead for McCallum. Mackenzie McCallum for Betnall. Betnall shoots. Blocked. A loose puck here in the slot. Still loose. And that's defended as the Pandas collapse on their crease and keep it out. Schaefer for Betnall. Betnall shoots. A shoulder save. Glover. Glover with another big save for her team as Betnall that close.
Yeah, Betnall with a couple great opportunities, and it was a back check of the Pandas players that stopped that first Betnall opportunity, and then number 7 getting a second chance on that left side, trying to go short side on Glover, who makes a great shoulder save. You see McCallum on the rush there, feeding it to Betnall, and Soiko there getting in on the back check, making sure Betnall didn't get that shot off, and then Schaefer setting up Betnall for the second opportunity on that shift, and now a timeout here for
Yeah, UBC's called the timeout.
Just get some fresh legs out there, or just get a little bit of rest on some of those legs, as both these teams definitely leaning heavily on some of their top lines in the third period and into this overtime. So definitely got a few tired players.
Head coaches Howie Draper for the Pandas and Graham Thomas on the UBC side talking it over.
3:34 left in this first overtime period.
You got to think UBC wants to end it sooner rather than later, as the longer we play, the more it plays into the advantage of the Pandas. Cazell up for Lajoie. Now Cazell looks for an option. Tipped into the zone by Lombak. Sophia Gaskell. Stretch pass for Bassi, and she won't get a stick on it, so that will go for icing.
Face off coming back down to the UBC zone. And the Pandas getting out some fresh legs out there, and Soiko, Willen, and Keyser, as Grace Elliott trying to get some equipment fix there, as after the icing, UBC unable to change.
Anchor passing in for Soiko. Fleming comes up with it. Skates to the outside. Now weaves to the middle. Drops back for Jalen Morris. Morris gains a red line, sends it in. UBC will get a change. Abby Soiko plays into the UBC zone. 2:35 to go here in the first overtime. Tied up at 1. Soiko steps in, top of the circle, shoots, glove save, Huygens. And she'll hang on for a face-off.
And the overtime hero in game 1 looking to be the hero in game 2 from a very similar spot. As Soiko gets that puck on the left side and tries to beat Huygens up high.
And LaPlante almost causing the screen there in front of her goalie, but Huygens tracks it. Misswagen slaps it to the point. Cazell keeps it in. Sarah Cazell in for Reich. Haley Craig tries a sharp angle drive, stopped. Kordick for LaPlante. Sent to the near side to Kanisha Misswagen. Will this be Kanisha Misswagen's last game at the Doug, the fifth-year senior? LaPlante to Misswagen. Up to Betnall. Looking for Kordick out of her reach, and that will go for icing. So Betnall at the end of her shift will have to stay on the ice with 1:46 to go in overtime.
And just some tired decisions there from the Thunderbirds, breaking it out of their zone. Betnall just not quick enough with that pass to Grace Elliott, who was cutting across the neutral zone. And gets an icing call. Pandas team setting up once again in the offensive zone.
Now Anchor steps in, passes off to Twos, top of the circle, cross seam, there's a shot, and over the net, as that might have hit something on the way through.
A really good looking set play off of the face-off there for the Pandas, and yeah, not sure how that one didn't get through.
Hard work in the offensive zone by Keyser. Willen on the near side. Sweeps it to the point to Twos, and it just gets outside the zone. On an offside call as we approach the 1 minute remaining mark in overtime with 1:12 to go.
And a break there for UBC as they get a change, as Brooklyn Twos unable to hold the line.
Pepler to the far side, Meadow Carmen sends it in. King back the other way. Morden chips it ahead. Looked like it hit the bench, but here's Jaden Morden with a step. Shoots, blocker, save, loose puck in the crease, and Huygens finds it. and hangs on for a face-off. Heart-stopping moment there as the Pandas so close with Jaden Morden.
Yeah, Morden using that speed. Tries to beat the blocker of Huygens. Huygens thinking that one maybe went behind her. And the net coming off there is everyone looking for that loose puck in the crease. Morden trying to plead her case, but Huygens stopping that one on another great Pandas rush and opportunity. The chances for Alberta in the second half of this first overtime have been very, very good looking.
Willen steps in with a shot, and that's blocked. Keyser tries a pass to the point. Now Annalise Wong trying to skate onto the loose puck in the offensive zone. Wong will negate. Well, it wouldn't be an icing anyway, but play to the point. Jalen Morris, far side. Sent intentionally wide. Elliott. Pass intercepted. Morris pinches in, and it's sent out to neutral ice. Sophia Gaskell slaps it ahead. Willen to the far side. Stretch pass. Abby Soiko trying to get a step just onside. Soiko shoots. Stopped it in. Abby Soiko in back-to-back nights is the overtime hero. The U Alberta Pandas have done it. They have beaten the UBC Thunderbirds. It's a sweep in game 2. The Pandas will go home with the Canada West banner.
It is pandemonium at the Doug. Abby Soiko once again. The toe drag release beats Elise Huygens. Oh my goodness. Absolute scenes for the Alberta Pandas coming back down from 1.
Unbelievable stuff here. The Doug is just in a shocked silence as the Pandas have come in here to the top-ranked UBC Thunderbirds team, and they have won in 2 games, back-to-back overtime victories for the Pandas.
Yeah, the Pandas slay the dragon. And after last year's heartbreak, come back to the Doug and get revenge. And their first conference title since 2020, and their 15th in their program's history. An absolutely amazing series played by both teams, but a truly gutsy effort from the Pandas, taking down the #1 team in all of U Sports. And you see UBC there. They booked their ticket to nationals, but they are definitely disappointed not getting that Canada West victory.
And if you're the UBC Thunderbirds, just so much disappointment on that side. They're robbed of potentially their 4th consecutive Canada West banner, as they're denied here against the Alberta Pandas in a grudge match of last year's final and a different result in 2025.
And as well, just for those watching, look and saw head coach Graham Thomas there. I believe he wanted to go and talk to the officials about a possible offside call before that Abby Soiko goal, but does not matter at this point. Cannot take anything back, cannot take anything away from these Pandas, as they are Canada West champions and will lift the Calderwood Cup at the Doug here tonight. And Abby Soiko, the hero of this series, overtime winner in game 1, overtime winner in game 2. The golden goal for Abby Soiko and the Alberta Pandas.
And for the Pandas, what an ending for 6 graduating players in Madison Willen, Taylor Anker, Peyton Lombach, Brooklyn Tews, Ali Reich, and Izzy Lajoie, the captain. as their last game in the Canada West is a W and a championship. And for Willen, Anchor, Lombak, Tews, and Lajoie, they were the only players on the squad back when they won their last championship in 2020.
And yeah, all those players, we've seen them over the years lead this team. All the success that they've had throughout the years, but unable to beat these Thunderbirds, but able to get the job done tonight in a massive Game 2 overtime victory, coming back down from 1. And just a gutsy effort, really up and down the lineup. Grace Glover, a spectacular series from her, stopping so many shots from this UBC team. 33 yesterday, 37 today.
Massive effort from Grace Glover, by far the MVP for this Pandas team. Of course, honorable mention to Abby Soiko,
Yeah, he was
just massive in these past 2 games.
I mean, if you could have multiple MVPs, you know, 2 players splitting that award, you'd have to give it to Glover and Soiko, but really just a full team effort from this Pandas team as they are heading back home as Canada West champions. And now a tough decision heading into this national tournament. You put this Pandas team #1 in the country after taking down this Thunderbirds team that was currently ranked #1. Pandas ranked #3. We'll have to see how the rest of the conference championships shake out, but definitely an interesting dynamic heading into the national championships. Both these teams will be playing and trying to get that coveted U Sports National Championship trophy.
And the runners-up for this season, what a season it was for the UBC Thunderbirds. 51 points, a program record, and an absolutely incredible season that will continue at nationals, but a bit of a bitter taste to be second after 3 straight seasons of winning the championship. And for the graduating seniors for UBC, a big congratulations for their incredible careers. Mackenzie Cordick, Mackenzie McCallum, Kanisha Miswagon, and Shanreet Bassey. Such a huge part of this team and have entertained the fans for so many seasons, the fifth-year seniors.
Yeah, it really is quite something. A lot of these players, all that they have known is Canada West Championships. But finally, someone has taken them down, but they will try and really get their ultimate goal and what this group came together to work towards this season, and that is a national championship. But definitely they're gonna think about this for a couple days and get back to work, get back on the horse and try to get that ultimate goal. And as well, yeah, congratulations to the seniors on their fantastic careers at the Doug, getting to play their last game in the Canada West at the Doug. It's gotta feel special, but bit of a sour taste in their mouths, I'm sure.
Well, the sour taste is, you hate to say it, but there is definitely some controversy in this game. I mean, the first goal for the Pandas was a bit of a strange one. Not sure if it crossed the line, and then on the second sequence, a potential offside, but those are their breaks sometimes and just didn't go UBC's way today. And full credit to the visiting Pandas who come in here to a tough building and come out with 2 huge overtime wins.
Yeah, an extremely tough building. And, you know, over the past 5 years at the Doug, this Alberta team now 4-4-1-1. It's been a very tough place to come and get victories, but this Pandas team has found a way to do it. And in what was an extremely tough and tight battle, really kind of favoring the style of the Pandas play. And yeah, definitely going to be looking back on this one if you're the Thunderbirds, but also need to try and look forward to nationals as one of the best traditions in all of hockey. After a hard-fought playoff series, the handshakes, the congratulations between one another, and the hard-fought series that these two, and hard-fought season that these two programs have gone through. And the Thunderbirds head off the ice, and their last game this season at the Doug. We're unable to give their fans what they want, but we're able to give them a fantastic series.
And now for the Canada West champions, the U Alberta Pandas, their 15th Catherwood Cup in program history. Unbelievable stuff. And all of them won with Howie Draper, the head coach in his 23rd season, who has been at the helm since the start of this Pandas program and has seen them have so much success. 8 national championships, 15 Canada West championships.
Yeah, we talk about UBC and their success over the past few years. Something remarkable, and really this group undeniable at what they were able to do this season and what you thought they were able to accomplish. And if anybody was going to come to UBC, the #1 team in all of U Sports, and take them down, you had to think it was going to be this Pandas team. And really just a remarkable effort from them. And yeah, a lot of these seniors will remember this type of moment for the rest of their lives. A true veteran group. There's really not only a couple first years in Chase Melnick and Holly Magnus were able to take part in this final. Chase Melnick playing a huge role on the defensive side. But yeah, a real veteran group that's gone through the ringer through the years and is getting their well-deserved Canada West Gold and Calderwood Cup. And now we'll head to nationals as possibly the #1 seed, possibly the #2 seed. We'll have to see how things go in the other conference championships. But this Alberta Pandas team is more than deserved of that #1 seed heading into the national championships.
Yeah, an absolutely huge game for the seeding at the nationals as well, as you mentioned. And so for UBC, they will have to be around the 5th seed as they drop down, having not won the championship. But just an incredible showing this weekend from both teams. And the silver lining, of course, for UBC that they get to go to nationals still, as the coaching staff is awarded. There you see Howie Draper getting his medal, and Darren Belowchuk, the assistant coach now.
And yeah, that really is kind of, some of the silver lining, getting past the semifinals into the finals, booking your ticket to the U Sports National Championship. But really, both these teams really had their eyes on this prize right here. And that was the Calderwood Cup. That is the Canada West Championship banner that will be raised by the 4 captains in Izzy Lajoie, Madison Willen, Taylor Anker, and Peyton Lombach. And what a sweet, sweet feeling it is going to be for this group to lift that trophy, skate around this rink with that banner tied around their necks.
There you see it. The celebration for U Alberta is on. They'll be celebrating all the way until the national championships, as they are the class of the West.
And always the best part, passing around the trophy with your teammates, the overtime hero there, and Abby Soiko. You can see the elation.
Yeah, Soiko was absolutely massive for this team, as was that lady right there, Grace Glover. What an incredible showing. 33 saves last night in a shutout win, 37 saves tonight.
Brooklyn Twos, the Canada West All-Star second team. Jaden Morden, she was a force to be reckoned with in this series. Some team pictures will take place. As you mentioned it, this Alberta team will be celebrating all the way to the national championships and all the way back to Alberta. As they are Canada West champions.
It's a 28-game regular season. It took 3 games after the U Alberta Pandas got the bye to get by Mount Royal. Took 3 games to get by them in the semis. And then here in the finals, they win tight battles against this UBC team. Defensively stout all season, and especially in the last 2 nights, just bending but not breaking against this UBC squad, and able to get the victory in consecutive games in overtime.
And I think head coach Howie Draper said it best after game 1, said adversity is what we've experienced. And I think that this group showed that they were able to live up to the hype, face that adversity head on, and take down this #1 UBC team heading into the U Sports National Championships, and really rewarded for a great series, really up and down the lineup. From the head coaching staff to the trainers, it really was a group effort from this Alberta team heading into the Doug in what was maybe a little bit last year. Could have some bad feelings about that, but heading into this year, they were feeling good, feeling confident, and able to come out with a massive Canada West championship.
Yeah, a measure of redemption for the U Alberta Pandas, who snap the UBC Thunderbirds 16-game winning streak last night, and then get another win tonight to sweep the UBC Thunderbirds, the reigning 3-time consecutive champions, here this weekend at the Doug. An absolutely unbelievable showing from these players through all season and this weekend. And for us, we thank you so much for tuning in all season long here at the UBC Thunderbirds, Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center, and throughout our production team, our producer Mike, our camera people Aiden and Taylor, Andrew Lote, and myself, Raheem Kermali. Have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in. U Alberta Pandas, Canada West champions.
Are you alright, Jeff?
Oh, I'm fine. Sorry, I was a little apoplectic for a while.
I'm sure I saw
but,
you.
it's just,
Yeah.